Hi everyone, my name's Michaela, and today I'm going to show you how to make a climate change fortune teller. Like many of you, I believe in protecting and preserving California's natural habitats. By taking action as a community, we can ensure that these places, our communities, and future generations are protected from the impacts of climate change. To do this, we need to reduce the amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Regular carbon dioxide is used and created by normal life processes, but rampant carbon dioxide comes from burning fossil fuels for energy. When we burn fossil fuels for energy, we add more and more carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. This buildup acts like a blanket that traps heat around the world, which disrupts our climate. We need to reduce this rampant carbon dioxide because it's getting out of control. Climate change impacts our habitats in many ways. You might notice that the weather is getting hotter and drier for longer each year, or that we have more intense storms, flooding, wildfires, and droughts. These impacts are dangerous for the animals that live in these habitats, as well as for us and our communities. It can be scary to think about what our future might look like in the face of climate change, but this fortune teller might be able to help us push the scale in a positive direction. Today I'm going to show you how to make and use your own. For this activity, you're only going to need a few items. Some paper, something to write or draw with, and a pair of scissors. Now that we have all of our supplies, we can start to make our fortune teller. First, we're going to fold our paper. Start by folding one corner of our paper to the opposite edge to make a square. Now cut off the extra strip at the bottom. Now we're going to fold the square in half and then in half again. Open it up to fold each corner into the middle. Now flip your paper and do the same thing on the other side. Fold each corner into the middle. Last, fold your square in half and then in half again, just like we did before. You should be able to put your fingers under the flap and pop open your fortune teller. This can be a place that you live in or near, or somewhere you'd like to visit someday. Luckily, we have a lot to choose from because California is made up of a bunch of different habitats. Some that you may have heard of before are redwood forests, desert, or an oak woodland. All of these different habitats are home to different plants and animals. I'm going to choose an oak woodland because this is one of my favorite places to go on a hike, and I want to make sure that I'm doing what I can to protect it. Let me know in the comments below what habitat you chose. Now that we've all chosen our habitats, we can start to fill in our fortune teller. If you're unfamiliar with the habitat you chose, pause this video here and do a little bit of research. But if you are familiar, you can do this part from memory. For the first layer, we're going to choose 4 plants that you'd likely find in your habitat. For an oak woodland, I'm going to choose a bay tree, an oak tree, poison oak, and a buckeye tree. For the second section, you're going to choose 8 animals that you would find in your habitat. For this one, I'm going to choose a deer, a coyote, a California newt, foothill yellow-legged frog, a king snake, a western fence lizard, an American crow, and an acorn woodpecker. We're going to fill in the final section. This is the most important part because this is how we're going to protect our habitats. In these 8 spaces, we're going to write down some ways that we can help fight climate change. I'll give you some examples, but I bet you already know some. Ride your bike instead of driving somewhere because bikes don't release any carbon dioxide. Visit a local farmer's market so your food doesn't have to travel as far to get to you. Reuse something from your recycling bin. It takes carbon dioxide to recycle materials, plus it has to travel a long way to get there in the first place. Learn how to compost food waste or teach someone else if you already know. Calculate your carbon footprint or show someone else how to. Try out a new vegan or vegetarian meal and share the recipe with a friend. Buy from a local business rather than Amazon, or better yet, see if you can go without or repurpose something you already have. Research a new sustainable or climate action organization to support. Now we're ready to use our fortune teller to create the future that we want to see. Next time you visit the habitat that you chose, use your fortune teller to make a difference. I'll show you how it works. You can do this on your own, or you can play with a friend. Choose a plant and spell out the name of that plant as you open and close your fortune teller. Now choose one of the animals showing on the inside. Spell out its name just like you did before. Now choose another animal showing. Open up your fortune teller and do the task. Fortune teller says that I should learn how to compost food waste or teach someone else. When I do this, I'm helping protect the oak woodland. The more you play, the more you help. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed making your climate change fortune teller. Check the description box below for some more resources on California's habitats and how to protect them from climate change. This video was created on the land of the Coast Miwok.